desired. Monday, February the 9th at 3:30 on the work session agenda. Let's call this meeting to order, and I want to do a roll call first before we go any further. Mr. Burse?
Present.
Mr. Tyndall?
Here.
Mr. Lucas? Here. Mr. Cox?
Here.
Before we start the meeting, I've asked Mr. Tyndall if he would to lead us in prayer.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, first of all, I'd like to read a little verse I was studying on earlier today, and it says it's from 1 Peter 5. It's verse 10. It says, and the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ after you have suffered for a little while, will himself restore you, make you strong, firm, and steadfast. To him be the power forever and ever. Amen. Amen. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for giving us the ability to come up here and to lead and guide and direct this community, this county, to the best of our ability. Lord, I pray that you would just give us that strength and that steadfastness, and where we could stand firm and be the men and the leaders that this community needs. And so, Lord, I ask that you would bless this time, bless our community and our country in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, we have a guest speaker. Let's see, Mr. Robert. Yeah, Mr. Robert Wallace. Yeah. Could you come up, state your name and your address?
Sure. My name is Robert Wallace. My home address is across the tracks there in Blackshear at 3253 Midway Church Road. My business is here at 707 Knight Avenue in Waycross.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to read just so I don't ramble too much. And I realize I spoke to several of you guys on this matter to begin with, to gain guidance and suggestions and what hoops I have to jump through to make this stuff come to fruition. So here I am. I wanted to begin with a true story. On the morning of August 20th, 2024, Ware County's native son, 30-year-old Taylor Bristow, while serving a warrant involving a child predator and seizing child exploitation material, was shot in the head in the execution of his duties. In the morning hours of the 24th of August, he crossed the veil of this life and into eternal rest, having served the last measure of devotion to his fellow man and for abused children, which was the hallmark of his career ambitions. Protecting children and pets was a focus of his attention. Having been born, raised, and reared in Ware County by his parents, his mother, Shelley Bristow, who works with the Ware County school systems, and his father, Jamie, who's a local businessman, his love for the area was unmatched, forever loyal to his beloved Gators, as well as his love for his Georgia Bulldogs football. I can't imagine the conflict having Gators and Bulldogs in his mind and mouth at the same time, but he pulled it off. He previously served for the city of Waycross as a police officer and worked in the jail system. And he rests here after being only alive 30 years. I thought that it was appropriate for the community to honor his legacy in lots of grand ways, but that was really not his way. A simple young man, happy with simple things. And so on behalf of the Bristow family, I'm applying for a name change on the road that he was raised on, a road that his family still lives at, and I'm asking for a waiving of all the fees and allowing the process to move forth. I've spoken with the majority of the property owners on Cameron Lane, which is the name of the road that he is called currently, including the original folks who named the road in the first place, who overwhelmingly support this effort. It's the smallest and probably the easiest thing that we can do as an honor to honor him and his great sacrifice. I brought with me, I have the application, of course, but I also have a listing of all the property owners and the ones I was able to get in touch with, if anybody needed to see that there's a overwhelming support for it. And I thank you guys.
Good,
Thank you, sir.
okay. Any discussion on it?
Mr. Chairman, I was just gonna say that I support wholeheartedly this request, and, I knew, Taylor and his brother Hayden, whenever I was, coaching wrestling at Ware County. They both wrestled, I believe Taylor wrestled, didn't he? Yeah, and, but anyways, coaching these young men, I was able to see these guys, and I'll tell you, man, if you've never seen wrestling practice and wrestling matches, I know Commissioner Lucas has seen his fair share. These men, they work hard, and but anyways, it doesn't surprise me that Taylor lived his life in an honorable way, and so, but I wholeheartly support this, and I would like to see this take place.
I agree totally.
Yes.
I'd back it 100%.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, also, like I said, I didn't know the young man or the officer, the one who was killed in the line of duty, but, I know it's a terrible loss, to the community. And you were saying something about there's a cost involved. James, can you kind of tell us kind of what the procedure is for that, or does someone?
Yes, sir. So there's I think it's a $200 charge plus the cost of street signs, that's involved with, road name change. It still has to go to a public hearing and then a final vote. So just like a regular road name change. So, but we was just, I was asked about waiving fees, and I just advised that only commission can do that, so.
Okay, and so what, just a ballpark, what would we say the cost would be involved?
Probably 200, and there's what, 4 signs? 4 signs, so probably 350, 400 maybe, counting the signs.
Okay. And then, no, it's not, a lot of money, but I just don't want us to set a precedent, if we do it, then, because right now, the policy is that when you come in to get it, you pay, I guess, the application fee, and I can understand saying want to waive it, but once you do it, then are we opening up a can of worms for?
We've done it case by case basis in the past, and we do it, usually we'll bring a resolution back and do it by resolution.
Okay. Well, I think that's great, and like I say, even the person that, I guess, that named the street, they're not in opposition to it, right?
Not at all.
Okay.
Nobody's in opposition of it. It's okay. All right.
Yeah, I agree, Commissioner Burris, as far as setting a precedence, however, I do believe whenever we're talking about someone who gave their life in the line of duty, this kind of situation, being a police officer, whether it be, or even if it was a fireman or something like that, they give their life in the line of duty, I think that would be a, $350, $400, whatever, to show what, our honor towards someone who is serving the public like that, and then gives their, lays down their life for their fellow man. And so, I would be in favor of, covering that cost.
I'll concur with that.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else got anything?
I agree. We totally.
All right, let's carry it over, I guess.
Right.
Is
So
there
we
anything
still
we
have
got
to do a public hearing and everything?
We have to have a public hearing, so
Yeah.
we need to have a public
Yeah,
hearing.
so what we, if I understand the process right, is we'll do it all at one time with a resolution that will exempt the fees and rename the
And-
street and everything.
We can do it all in it.
Right.
But they'll be able to go ahead and process this
file.
thing through
Yes.
without having a check written for the
Okay.
processing fee, right?
With your direction, and
Let's go ahead and have a public hearing then on it and,
so,
move it all up. Okay.
Right.
And waiver the fine,
Do they have to have a fee for the public hearing, James?
The fee for, if you tell me, if you say that we waive the fee, then we'll just put it part of the resolution when approved, for the.
So we'll waive the fee on the public hearing and the road change. And waive the fee on all that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And put it in the public hearing. Okay.
I'd have to look at timeline when we can do it, March or it may be April.
Next meeting.
Yeah, probably the second, it'll probably be the meeting in April.
April,
Yes, sir.
March, okay,
Cause you gotta advertise
yeah,
and you're gonna send letters out to all the homeowners,
okay,
so.
all right. Anything else?
To Dustin.
All right, well, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, we got one more, Ricky Crosby,
Is Richie coming for the work
commercial
session or the regular
business,
meeting?
residential, is he here?
Mr. Crosby,
Huh?
I said Mr. Crosby.
Mr. Crosby here?
I think he'll come for the regular meeting, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, he'll be at the regular meeting, okay.
I think Mr. Carter from the Board of Assessors would like to speak to the board.
Mr.
Okay.
Billy,
Wow.
Billy. Come on up, Mr. Billy.
feel like you're walking kinda slow there.
Good afternoon. I'm here, I hadn't really conferred with any other department heads with the county, but I just want to come to y'all and want to thank y'all for the, honorable thing as far as, looking out for the employees at your last meeting and as far as, giving them the 2% incentive on their paychecks. I feel like I know for my office that everybody in there is, certainly happy that that happened. And like I said, we're fully staffed. And we've stayed that way for just a little while, so we appreciate everything that y'all are doing for us. I just wanted to compliment y'all on that. Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay,
what you do.
thank you, Billy.
Y'all
Thank
do
you,
too,
Billy.
Billy.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else on the floor? Now we'll go to the agenda items. Consider estimate for paving of county roads.
There's a bunch of them,
Yeah, we got
several of them.
on there. I think when these roads are, this request to submit a review and sections of a roadway to be paved using 2025 LMIG and LRA funding. The total funding available for this project is approximately $658,843. The county has received cost estimates from Hostetter and Associates, which includes engineering fees for the following roads: Folks Bennett Road, including Indian Mount; Solomon Street, including 4th Avenue and South Avenue; Neil Penland Road, including Benton Lane, Faith Lane, Miles Lane, and Cindy Lane; Hayes Road, Wilcox Road, Gooden Bay Road, 2 miles extending from Valdosta Highway. All of these we only have
Only have
the
600.
$658. Now, do we have any splash money available to put on these roads?
I'm not sure exactly what we have available at this time. I mean, we should have some, I know we have some regional SPOS money, regional
Yeah.
T-SPOS. I think that count has about 5 million in it. But I was just getting some prices
Some of
on
them.
some roads that's been requested and using that remaining LMIG funds.
Well, we may be acting too fast on this because we already have put some out for bid and it has not bid yet, like Wadley Road.
You have Wadley Road and you have, Wadley / Pine, Elmer Thrift,
Yeah.
Banks Lane and Banks Road that hasn't bid.
Yeah,
They're being designed, and you have, Thigpen Road and Gibbs Lane.
Thigpen and
But
Gibbs
you-
Lane.
You can't use the LMIG for Gibbs Road and Thigpen Lane because that's in a TIA project. If you plan to try to get some refund from DOT, you're gonna have to use a SPOS account, not a DOT funding source.
okay.
And your,
So,
Thigpen Road will be, I think that's the one that'll be funded in 27 anyway.
but if Thigpen,
One of them's gonna be
yeah,
27, one's 30.
okay.
So you say we have in the, what is it, tier account 5 million?
And the, the regional piece.
Discretionary funds.
Got 5 million. So we got discretionary funds of $5 million.
I
Yes.
haven't run the total on it, but
Okay.
it's definitely more than 5 million.
But you said the road that's been, being designed, we haven't, budgeted money for those roads.
Not on Wadley, we plan to bring them out of SPOS.
Okay.
That's what the, original, plan was, to take them out to 22 SPOS.
Okay.
So,
What's the total of all these? Is it like 4 million?
I haven't totaled them all up. I knew, I would scratch Hayes Road off.
Scratch Hayes off?
Well,
I mean, that's just my opinion, but y'all may have a different thought.
it'd probably take, what, 6 months for it to be designed? Get ready
It'll
to,
probably take a little while, cause it's
Yeah.
got some elevation issues.
that's why I say we need to stay ahead on everything, but if we're gonna design some, we need to go ahead and decide which ones we're gonna let them design. Because you ain't gonna be doing them tomorrow. It's gonna be, we looking on down the road.
Right.
So,
So
let's,
what about the Solomon Street and, that 4th Avenue and the South Avenue?
Chairman, when I added all of these together that left Hayes Road off, I come up with 2.9 million.
all of these roads
Yes,
are
sir.
2.9 million.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think that would be available by the time this is all designed?
Maybe not by the time it's designed, but I mean, it'll be available at some point. I mean, you know, we've gotten, I think if you collect the 55 million,
Yeah.
and I think it's on track to possibly collect 55 million, then you should have, minus the graders and so forth, but 18 million out of the roads part of it.
Yeah.
I think the county set aside about 18 million for roads.
Yeah, for roads.
And,
Yeah.
well, roads and equipment, which the equipment was the graders and so forth, and,
Yeah.
so the money should be there. It's just, I don't know exactly, we haven't see where exactly we're at as far as collections and so.
Okay.
That's the total.
Let us, 2 million,
2.9.
2.9, we have almost $3 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at $3 million.
And my biggest reservation is Wally Road / Pine and, Elmer Thrift and,
Banks Road,
Thanks.
next one.
That's my biggest reservation because we're gonna have to deal with some wetland permits on Wadley.
Yeah.
We got a ton of poles I think we're gonna have to relocate on / Pine and possibly some on Wadley. They're working on that now. So that's just kind of my reservation. I think they estimated about $3 million of build out on that before poles became an issue. So I don't know where we're at now.
Let's see what we can do and narrow this down a little bit and then come back on the next meeting with it and see which ones we think we can make.
So right now, we're talking about taking Hayes Road off?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Hayes.
Hayes Road.
And which other one?
That was it, just Hayes.
Just
taken
Hayes?
off. That's what I showed
And that
you.
would give you,
That's the 3 million.
That's the 2.9.
Yeah.
that is 2.9.
That's without Hayes.
All right, you wanna approve them then? Let's go ahead and let them design them, or what you wanna do?
That's up to the commission. So, we won't be taking any right of way on these, so it'll just be
No.
design fees. So if you go ahead and design them, the engineer has a design price in here, what he would charge to design. So you could actually get them designed and then you can come back and pay them after the, funds become available if they're not available already.
I think
They
that
may
might be a
come under.
wise thing to do.
So,
Instead
But
of
I
waiting
do-
till we get the money, then
right,
we'd be
but I
ahead of
would
the game.
want to go ahead and select one to do completely, so we can use up the LMIG funds, because those have gotta be spent in a certain time. If we don't, then,
You lose it.
you lose it, and the way we've
Which
got
one?
projects going, we're probably gonna have to combine some of these LMIGs to close them out. So we need to go ahead and move forward on the
Couple of them at
so
least.
if you wanna pick, one to start and then go from there.
Folks Minute Road,
let's do folks Bennett
Yeah, just start at the top.
and,
move our way down.
Solomon,
Solomon Smith, one
get
and
them
two.
two first,
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
Because we got, those two, how much would those two be together? About a little over $1 million?
a little over $1 million. You already got the 658,
658.
so you ain't looking, but, yeah. We might could do the third one, you think?
Neil Penland Road with
That'd
all
be
them
another-
others.
Commissioner Cox, did you ever get a chance to talk to the
I have
residents on Mill
talked,
Penland?
I've talked to some of them, I hadn't talked to all of them, but some of them don't want it paved.
Yeah,
Which one, tell them on that, folks?
The Neil Pendleton Road out there.
yeah, some of them don't.
I hadn't talked to everybody, but I'm going back to talk to, the weather was so cold, I couldn't get a hold of everybody.
Right, and I wanna explain that folks Bennett and Indian Mound, because I don't want people to, naysayers get out and say, well, y'all paved the road, don't serve any houses, don't have any houses on it, but that's not true. The ideal of Indian Mound and folks Bennett would be to get people within a mile of a paved road, that community back there off of, O'Berry Road and, so Leland Bennett and that area.
Yeah, I think there's nearly 30 places back in there that,
Right, it's trying to get people within a mile of a paved road.
Right. And I know just like on the Solomon Street and the 4th and the South Avenue, it's paved up to a point.
Yeah.
And then that's, so would be a continuation on that one.
Right.
That road does get in a mess when it rains.
Oh, yeah.
And I will tell you, these fees appear to be relatively high, from the engineer, because he's got head walls. In some areas, he's got $20,000 of head walls, well, there's no cross drains there in some of these, so.
It'll
You know,
come
we need
cheaper.
head walls, so a lot of that's gonna come out, you know,
Right,
you got $90,000 to engineering contingencies maybe, or 70,000, so some of that's gonna come down. quite a bit.
That's like that Good and Bay Road, that 2 mile there. We saw stuff on there that needs to come off of there. It'd probably lower it 100,000 or better. And that's the one that we really need for the traffic to go around on account of the school and all. You know,
I'll tell you what I think may have happened this weekend on the Gooding Bay was they had a fire, a FedEx truck went down off Needham Road down to the right, down what used to be Old South Plain Avenue or whatever, and it went down to a road that was being, cleared out and got stuck, caught a fire.
I mean,
think
burn
the,
truck
fire
up
trucks, some of the
complete.
fire trucks may have had to come up Needham and go in there, or either come out Gooding Bay and go down South Plant. I couldn't tell from the talk, but I know there was some confusion.
Yeah, he didn't get there for a long time. They were working on that track there too. I mean, we have a time, the school routes and all have to go around that thing.
But
I mean, it's one of the needed,
at the same time,
tie-in.
we do need to do something for that community on the south side of town,
yeah.
and we need to go out in Millwood. So if I was gonna advise the commission, I would advise the commission to focus on those three. Because Gooding Bay is a runaround for trains on Needham Road. And then folks Bennett, we need to go out in the Millwood area and pave some roads out there. And then also to, show some support on the south side of my community.
Yeah.
So you saying we're to do the
1, 2, and
folks
6?
Bennett,
1, 2, and 6 is what you're saying, start on them 3?
the Solomon, and 1, 2, and 6?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, and
and
6.
if we have any left, the Will Cox Road, I know it's a maintenance nightmare.
Yeah.
The road department has to stay out there, so I'd like to throw it in, you know, if we
Okay.
have any left.
Right. But
Yeah.
I mean, I will
Get it.
get everything designed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and pay for all the design on everything, but unless you wanna get me, if you want me to get Hayes Road designed, I will, but, you know, Hayes Road's gonna be a nightmare because it's got some elevation issues, you know, the road's below the ground and then it's up and it's gonna have some power poles, but it would be a cut-through road. And there's only 4 landowners, I think, that you have to deal with on Hayes Road.
Okay.
But, I mean, you just, whatever the board wants to do.
So if we did the 1, 2, and 6, which, how much would that come up to roughly, see, 7,
Million.
13, 12,
$1,800,000.
about 12, yeah, about $1.8 million, $1.7 million.
Yeah, and then take 658 out of
Then
it.
you got 658 off, so you're looking at about
So
$1
about $1
million.
million.
All right.
And we
We'll
could,
go with that then.
1.2.
Yeah,
Tell
I
him to
think-
go with them
I
3.
think if we could go with those 3.
yeah, and then we can probably come out of the regional for that.
You good with that?
I'm good with that.
So that's-
1, 2,
That's the regional, so we got like 5 million.
Yes, sir. It's on-
Discretionary.
I give it to
Possibly
you,
the
somewhere
others.
in that paper I stapled to you. I give it to you, it's in all of there.
Okay.
Good with them three?
I'm good.
1, 2, and 6.
Oh, I forgot, I saved me a copy too.
And then we're gonna get the other ones,
Yeah, later on.
but they'll go ahead and draw them out.
Do them.
Yeah,
1,
it's
2, and
5.8
6.
million in the regional.
We do 1.1.
Okay.
It's here, Commissioner Burris. It's 5.8 in the regional.
Okay. Yeah, I still don't see that one where you had the,
This is the second sheet.
Second sheet.
Second
okay,
sheet.
okay, I got you now.
All righty.
That's all your
Is
balance.
that what y'all wanna do then, 1, 2, and 6?
That's what, fine with me.
Everybody
I mean,
good with that?
And that's gonna get the designs on them, right?
The design.
We'll make sure the money's there, we'll move forward.
Okay.
On the whole thing, and then we'll get the design on Wilcox. And if, if you wanna look at Hayes and Neil Pennon, I guess Commissioner Cox, you gonna talk with Neil Pennon?
I'll talk to more of those.
Cause I kinda feel like if the residents don't want it, then,
Yeah.
especially if it's multiple residents, then I don't think we should spend the money out there. Cause I know there's other residents that would love it,
Okay.
so.
All righty. That's all.
Yes,
Take the 1, 2, and 6 and then,
2 and 6.
possibly the other ones. Okay, let's go to discussion for funding for the state patrol building. Now, who wants to explain that, what we got from? Can you explain that for us, manager, please?
Yes, sir. Back, and I don't know exactly when it was, but the county, elected to, commission to pledge, 1.5 million for a state patrol building. And we also have cut out 2 acres of land in the industrial park for the location on Fulford Road at Fulford and Scapa. I put that in your packet as well. I don't know if you've seen that plat or not.
right there at the corner.
It's back from the corner behind the power lines.
Yeah.
So Representative Burchett, James Burchett contacted me this past week and asked me, if we could pledge $300,000 for a state patrol building. Then he would ask the, legislator to put 2.7 million towards it. So that, to get the funding to build a new state patrol building. And so I called all the commissioners to kind of get a poll and see where you stood. And all the commissioners said they would agree to that, pledge 300,000, and then the, state would allot hopefully 2.7 million.
Okay.
And, so I just put a letter in here. I haven't sent it to the county attorney, but this is just kind of a letter that I drafted for us to sign, and I've already emailed or text James Burchett, Representative Burchett, to, that we were all in.
You'll move forward.
And, he said, good deal, but I told him I would send him a letter today after an official vote, so. If you approve it, we get the chairman to sign it, we'll email it to him after the meeting.
You tell them we had originally approved 1.5 for it.
I didn't say.
No,
Don't say that.
Don't let it matter.
Sometimes you leave stuff, sometimes you don't tell all the details.
We'll tell them after we sign the contract.
No, we don't,
Don't burn that up.
don't even broach that subject.
Hopefully he ain't listening.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, if we can get it 300,000, I feel a lot better than 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
And we're also,
I would imagine that he probably already knows what we've originally committed on that kind of stuff. He's just trying to work for our community to help us be able to keep state patrol office right here in Ware County. They could pick up and go anywhere in this region they wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think we've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
About building a new facility. Even when I was on the city commission back in 16, 17, 18, we were talking about it then. And so, we need to go ahead and see it through, and let's get some shovels in the ground and get that building built. And, let's keep state patrol here in Ware County.
and Mr. Chairman, just in case the magistrate court judge and the DA's office is listening, we're still working on the rental place too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we definitely need to count.
So we're still trying to work
Okay.
that
Some
out as
headway
well.
on that too.
We can move them out there to the old state patrol building.
Okay,
So,
all right. Any more? On the building, that's good on that, let's move it. We all agree to it. Okay. We have, all right, the manager's comment, you got anything, James?
just to update, Commissioner Cox asked me to give an update
Yeah,
and you asked me about the State Street
State
overpass.
Street.
I didn't get a lot of information other than the State Street overpass, that they should receive the notice to proceed by the end of this month. So it should kick off, and that's the State Street and Ossie Davis or US 4, or State Route 4, US 1. So hopefully we'll get more activity on it, by the end of this month. And then, Hog Creek, they received the notice to proceed, they just hadn't started yet, and they didn't give me a timeline on when they were gonna start. Gum Swamp Creek, or Gum Swamp, it has let, but they have not received a notice to proceed on it. So I think that's the three that you, wanted me to update on. Albany Avenue, I've talked with the engineers, there's 22 spots, 22 locations or they found a possible 22 environmental. So they're gonna start the level 2 environmental assessment. And those funds, I can't remember the exact cost, but those funds will be taken out of the contingency fund of that project. So it's gonna have to have a level 2 on, and it's probably some old tanks or something in the ground. Hopefully they haven't traveled and it'd just be easy to just take tanks out or it hasn't leaked or anything, so just take tanks out and go. But, that could help us on the purchase, because with that there, it may reduce the price of the property a little bit.
James, what timeline do they have on State Street? Was it 2 years, 2.5 years?
I've heard a couple, but I think 2 years kind of sticks in my mind. But I'm not real sure. I know, it just depends on the interference, because what they had, 84 was 2 years, and they way ahead of schedule on it. So, I mean, the bridge across the river.
Yeah, they are. They moving pretty good with that.
We could probably put up their contract, they'll have a completion date.
Right.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
what that
navigate through
completion date
DOT's website. They have a lot of this project information on there. I just haven't got to the right page yet. So, that gives me all the details.
Yeah, I know their contract probably have a completion date.
But I did find the project manager. Now I can call.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
okay.
So,
Any more? You got anything else?
that's it.
Albany Avenue, you heard nothing else?
Other than
New on it.
they're gonna do the level 2s.
Okay.
So, they'll go, Chairman and I have met with some people on Albany Avenue, just so the rest of the commission are aware. Not discuss any details, but they were just concerned about the plans. They want to look what the plans look like on Albany Avenue. So we met with a few about with the preliminary plans that we have, and just kind of show them what it may take, what it may not take. And that was, I met with Mr. Wright, and his son Diedrich. The chairman and I met with, Mr. Sheldon, and who else? Somebody else did. Well, maybe it was just Mr. Sheldon we met with.
Yeah.
So, and then I spoke to, Mr. Eldridge, Pete Eldridge.
Yeah.
Briefly, I've got to go by with the take plan by him and let him see it, so.
Mr. Wright, till you talk.
Yeah, Mr. Wright, so, I spoke with Mr. Capps that has property there, just kind of going down the order. McDonald Road, I spoke with them. There, we've got some right of way. I spoke with all but 2 of the owners that live out there. So far, everybody's agreed to go off the, Board of Assessors appraisal price. I sent that to the, county attorney, representative. And, I've got two more to speak to that live out there, and then, one that owns land on the vacant land on the right side. He wants to meet me out there. Then there's a few that I've actually asked the attorney to go ahead and send the letters to them for appraisals. And it's commercial, owned by like tree companies and blueberries. They go ahead and send those, and some I don't know how to get a hold of, so I talked with them. So we just said go ahead and send those the letters that we're gonna be in there paving that road, and somebody's gonna go out and appraise it and so forth, so. So.
Have we got the MOU back from the city on the, water line?
I have not, I was gonna call Duke, the city manager, today, but he's off.
Commissioner Burris, I did just on the way here on my phone, I believe, get an email, and I haven't even read it yet, but, cause I wouldn't do that while I was driving, but I did see an email pop up, from the assistant city attorney, Ms. Green, and it possibly is that topic.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we did.
Yeah.
It would have been right before the meeting.
Okay. Any more, James? All right, commission, I'd like to say one thing that I'd like to see if, we could put it on the front burner, if it's okay with all the commission, to ask James to do it, or have it done, is to clean out these canals now that the water's down. We're having a real dry time, and I think if we could put a lot of forces in those canals, and James and I looked at some this morning that needed it bad, and we need to move forward on some of that, cleaning out those canals. Now that everything, I mean, water down about as low as we're gonna ever see it around here.
Right.
It's the time to clean out the
Be
ditches.
good.
They full of trash, and when we have the rain, then they're gonna be backing up.
Right.
So if we could put the crews as much as we could in those canals, we need to clean some of them out bad.
And we have started some of that.
Have you?
So I don't know if you noticed, but from behind Cypress Street or on Cypress Street behind Lewis and Rollerson,
Yeah,
we went through there and dug that all the way back to, it's not quite Strickland Street, but because it's piped,
Yeah.
about halfway that block, but we dug it all the way back to the block. We're starting to do that, and he's going to check the one that's off of Albany today, because it's definitely got between where we went and Albany Avenue, there's a beaver dam.
yeah. A lot of them canals in there need cleaning out. All of our county canals need cleaning out. A lot of them out in the industrial park need cleaning out
Well,
too.
and I think we should clean them with the excavator, dig them, besides grind them. I really think that grinding has its place, but in our canals, I think when you grind it, you're just giving the beavers fuel to make dams with.
That's right.
I think we need to, if we can, I think we need to grind it. Now, some we may have to, because they may have to walk down the center and grind it, but I think that if all possible, we need to dig our canals.
Go down through there and clean them out with the canal. I mean, with the hose.
Yeah. Like I said, now be the time when the water level is down, and it'll be a whole lot easier to navigate, through there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any more commission comment? Anybody got anything?
I got a question for James. I've been contacted from the people out in the Telmore community about the old cemetery out there, and I understand, we can't go on private property. But the land is owned it's the Church of Christ written in heaven, and all the members is dead and gone. And when the storm came through, it tore down some pine trees. I think 2 big pine trees it's tore down that they can't move. They did say they had some volunteers that would come in and help clean the cemetery up, but those 2 trees are there. Are there anybody we can reach out to get some help to get those moved? Like I say, I know I guess it's considered private property. There's been no taxes paid on it in years, and it's actually deeded to the church, and the church is falling in. So, they just need some help, because it is a mess out there. I did go out and look at it, so.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, we can ask if somebody would donate some time. I know the county can't go on it because it is private. It's in care of another landowner out there on the tax rolls.
It's
It's deeded to the church in care of another.
of Mr. Z.A. Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, or the farms, yeah, music
Yeah.
farms, I think.
It's just his land goes all the way around it, I think.
Right.
And like I say, I guess the church was established years and years ago, and all the members are dead and gone. And
Let me see what, and maybe I can talk with the county attorney and try to pick her brain. And see what happened with Red Hill and what went there, cause
Okay.
I think a group came together to fix that one.
yeah.
Is that
If
what
we
you
could
were
just get
talking-
any kind of help to, help them get started on getting it cleaned up, because they did say they had some volunteers they could get to, come in there and help clean it up. And I think there's a couple graves that the, or not the headstones, but the slabs is off of them. They open, but, that might be something that I can help with, maybe find somebody to donate some stuff for that, so.
Right.
Yeah, I know on the Red Hill, which that's been an ongoing thing, but right now, they had a group from the University of Georgia came down and with this, I guess, equipment where they could actually locate, the graves and everything. And, I know that the, Heritage Center out there, they're heavily involved with that, but it is a cemetery out there, and I guess that's what's kind of unfortunate, when you have these private cemeteries, a lot of time whenever people start dying off and people moving away, cemetery gets neglected, where there's nobody there to take care of it. And the chairman and I were riding, and I didn't even know it was one out there.
Ruskin.
Out from Ruskin.
Great amount of it.
And this, people have been buried there, in the last, I think, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, they've been some.
And it's
new
just,
graves out there.
really, you wouldn't even know it was a cemetery there.
Solomon Street's got one too,
Yeah, there's one over there.
right there.
And, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens, when you have a family owned, or privately owned, or church owned, whenever everybody moves away.
Yeah, that
Nobody
one
there
on
to take care of
Solomon Street's owned by an individual, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he got the property and didn't know it was a cemetery.
Yeah.
But there's headstones in there.
Look, this cemetery, I think, has been kept up, in the past years by people that lives out there. But what happened was when the storm came through, it destroyed all that timber out there, and it just blowed stuff all down in it, and they just can't, there's two pretty big trees that they can't do nothing with.
They laid down.
They lay down.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Barry, with the Heritage Center, they got a grant or something.
A grant?
For that Red Hill, that's how they got, like, University of Georgia, the students use that as, I guess, part of their curriculum or whatever,
Probably research.
Right, and, so, that could be something, maybe talk with the Heritage Center, find out what do they do with the Red Hill, and maybe they could do something out there.
Like I say, if they could just at least get those two big trees moved, would help them a
Right.
lot, so. And, Mr. ZA said that what they cut up or pull up or something, they could pile it over there, cause he's got some stuff already piled up on his land. He said they could pile it up over there, cause he was gonna burn it, when he could, so.
We can't send a machine in there to help them, can we? Taking trees out, because the county can't do that, can they?
Private property,
No.
as much as we
I would
want
think,
to.
On the cemetery.
Yeah. I'll talk to somebody and see if there's anything they can help with. Somebody that's got
Just any kind of help, like I say, they can get,
a private individual.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, one other thing, a while back, we had a request for what they call the thing where you got the flags and all that stuff. And they got it out there at the, Exchange Club, the library, where you got the
Wall.
Freedom Shrine.
Freedom Shrine, that's what I'm talking about.
Freedom Shrine, yeah.
And we, all agreed that, thought it was a good idea, and maybe if we could do it downstairs somewhere where people, when they come in, they would actually be able to see it, not have it up here. And, I was just wondering, have we made any movement on that as far as maybe picking out a spot and,
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna defer to the newspaper man over there.
talking about the one over here?
Yeah. Where's that thing at?
Happens to be the president-elect.
Oh, really? Well, my goodness.
Daddy, you need to tell us about that.
Well, we haven't done anything since, you guys all approved that haven't mounted, and I need to get with Jimbo, and we decided where to put it, but y'all talked me into this, put it downstairs along the hallway. I did look down there when I came in today, got a beautiful spot for it, so, it'll It costs about $1,300 and about $200 shipping, so about $1,500 to get it here. And I'm sure that you'll want your department to put it up on the wall, but Kirby McSwain, who's president right now, and I put the one up at the library. We'll be glad to help, do that. But that's where we are.
All right.
So that's something that we could participate in as far as, you said about $1,200-$1,500?
Right, and there's a spot on the placard, it has a place for a donation, donated by, and we can put y'all on there if y'all pay for it.
I think it'd be a good thing.
I thought we done voted to pay for it.
I know we voted to
What
put
did
it
we
down,
do?
yeah.
Melinda, did we
We
vote?
talked about it.
You-
We didn't vote.
You just voted to allow them to put it down there.
You just
We
gave
voted
them
to allow it.
There
approval.
wasn't any
To be put
money.
in.
Yeah.
But we
That's
didn't know
why
what
I'm
the
thinking.
cost was then, I don't
Yeah,
guess.
that's
I don't
why.
know.
About 1,500, yeah.
1,500.
He just mentioned it, but there was no, it was like you agreed to it here, but that's as far as it went.
Yeah, it was just the
That's
location.
about $250 a piece, so it would take long. to get
Something
that
like
up.
that, yeah.
Take it out till next check.
275.
I got mine right here, you
You
got
do
yours?
automatic deduction out till the next check.
Take out next two checks.
Yeah, next check.
About 300 a piece.
About 300 out of the next 3 checks, be all right.
But I looked at the one at the library, it looks really nice over there, and the renovation looks nice over there, everything they did, the library looks really good.
And I do, just to let all the commissioners know, I've talked to Commissioner Burse about it a little bit, but I wanna have the original contractor that built this building to come and look and give us an estimate on what it'd take to, separate out HR, human resources, from the rest of our office, which would give them a door off the balcony and go straight in there, and then not a full wall, cause it will mess up with airflow, but maybe a 7-foot wall and leave the top open, so that if people have complaints or whatever, or they need to come talk to HR in privacy, they can come and talk with HR, human resources, without everybody seeing them. So,
And then that would keep them from having to come through the door in there. They just, when they get off the elevator, or come up the stairs, they would just come through a door and go right in there, never even have to go in there.
That'd be good.
So where would we put it, down here somewhere?
no, so it stay where it's at,
Yeah.
we'll just put a wall, like a
Yeah.
6 or 7-foot wall up in the commission office between payroll and HR.
Yeah.
And then have the contractor to cut a new door off the balcony that runs, cause the balcony comes out past, out in that lobby area, and there's room there to go with the balcony. If there's no structure involved, we had to get the contractor to come in and look at it and see that built the building. So, I think the biggest expense would probably be the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause we want it match what we have,
What we'll have up here.
so.
So we're not gonna be able to just take a sheet of 3/4 plywood and some hinges and.
We can, I mean, we can go get some birch if you want to.
I'm a good demolition man, I can knock it over.
Might get some MDF though, Commissioner, that'll warp.
Yeah, MDF, okay.
Plywood will warp with
Okay.
different
Yeah.
temperatures.
Okay.
All right, any more? Any more commission, y'all got anything else?
So on that Freedom Shrine,
We
do
did,
we have some kind of little fund where we can help them out on that?
Yeah, I mean, we
we
could.
got anything we can get it out
If
of?
it's not
Well,
anything,
it's not helping them out, I mean, it's in our.
we could buy one for our building, how about
It's our
that,
building.
set that way.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
So, we could purchase one for our building.
okay,
Well, they've already got the one that we
It's
just,
in my limit, so,
yeah, okay.
he's already got that one, we can just purchase it.
yeah, well, he's gotta order it.
It got ordered.
But it's within my spending limit, if the commission wants me to do it, we'll do it.
Okay,
I think it'd be a good thing. I mean, like I say, it looks nice and it's,
nope, I'm taking that as
We'll
consent
get-
from all of you for him to go ahead and purchase it.
Yes.
all right, any more?
You've already purchased it, ain't you? Yeah, he's already got it.
you already have the shrine?
Yeah.
No,
He got
Oh, I
the
thought
order.
you done had it.
he's waiting on the money.
He waiting on the
You
money.
waiting on the money?
He
Okay,
has a spot.
If you loan
He
me my
got,
part,
he had
we'll
the
have
spot
three,
for it.
we can go ahead and give it.
all right, we can give it to him right now.
Get it out of Mr. Burke and John, they make the most money.
That's
Yeah.
right, that's right.
And based on my liabilities, I'm loaded.
That's that railroad tie.
That's why, John lives in Ware County, but his business is in Pierce
Okay.
County.
Any more
Lower taxes.
commission comment? Okay, I'm on, in this work session, we don't have anything else, do we?
Got a public
Public
hearing
hearing
at 4:30.
At 4:30, so let's adjourn this work session. I hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I second.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. What time is it?